Hello, everybody. Our Parsha tells us that Yisro comes to join the Jewish people, and Vayetze Moshe likrat chotno, and Moshe goes out to greet his father-in-law, and they have a very positive reunion. Rashi tells us, based on Medrash Tanchuma and to some extent other Midrashim as well, that this was a moment of tremendous honor that was being bestowed upon Yisro. Kavod gadol nitkabed Yitro ba'ota sha'ah. What was the great honor? Kevan sheyatsa Moshe, yatsa Aharon Nadav va'avihu. When Moshe went out to greet Yitro, so his brother Aaron and his nephews Nadav and Avihu went out as well. And so when people from the Jews see not only Moshe, but Aaron, Nadav, and Avihu all going to extend this honor of greeting Yitro, they figured this is a momentous event and that they ought to participate and therefore increase the honor that Yitro receives. Actually, the Medrash tells us that God had previously said to Moshe, Ma'ani, just as I am someone who is makarev, brings people closer, and not merachek, I don't distance them from me, so too, when Yitro is coming now to join the Jewish people as a ger, I want you to go out and be makarev him. The question that is asked, and in fact, this question was posed to the Gaon of Vilna. How does Rashi and before him perhaps the Medrash know that not only Moshe went out to greet Yitro, as is clearly stated in the Torah, but that Aharon, Nadav, and Avihu, who are not mentioned, actually accompanied Moshe in this greeting? How do you know that? And the Vilna Gaon answered, based on a comment of Rashi in Breshit that is based on the Yalkut Shimoni. In Parshat Vayetze, we read, Vayetze Yaakov mi Beersheva, Vayelech Charana. As Yaakov was running from Esav, he leaves Beersheva, goes towards Charan. Rashi posits, Lo hayat tzarich lichtov, Ela Vayelech Yaakov Charana. We know where Yaakov had been. He was in Beersheva. All we need to know, and all that's important, is that he's going towards Charan. Lama hiskir yitziato. Why does the Torah find it necessary to tell us that Yaakov departed Beersheva? He's not going to get to Charan unless he leaves his previous place. Ela Magid, says Rashi, tells us, Sheyitziat Tzadik Oseroshem. When a tzaddik leaves a certain location, it makes an impression. It makes a difference. Shebizman tzadik ba'ir, so long as a tzaddik resides within the confines of the city, he hoda, he ziva, he hadara. He is the splendor, the magnificence, and the glory of that city. Yatzami sham. But once he leaves there, pina ziva, pina hadara, then that glory and splendor departs as well. Based on this comment, the Vilna Gaon responded, that's how we know that it wasn't Moshe alone who left the Jewish encampment to go and greet Yitro. Because if he had done so, and yet the Torah describes it as Vayetze likrat chotno instead of Vayelech likrat chotno, it suggests that there was a diminution of the glory and splendor of the Jewish encampment in the desert. Now, the Torah wouldn't say that if, despite Moshe's departure, Aharon, Nadav, and Avihu are still left in the camp. Therefore, it must be that if the word Vayetze, denoting a diminishment of glory and splendor in the Jewish camp, had taken place, then it wasn't only Moshe who left. It was Aaron and his sons as well. And in fact, in one version of the Medrash, there is an opinion cited that the Shekhinah left as well. This was the answer of the Gaon of Vilna. All of us, even if we're not on the level of Yaakov or Moshe, Aaron, Nadav, and Avihu, all of us make an impression on our environment. And we should be aware of that we have an influence and contribution to offer to those who are around us. I do want to conclude by noting that this question was posed to the Gaon of Vilna exactly 300 years ago in 1725 by the Rebbe in the Cheder that the Gaon of Vilna was studying when he was at the age of 4.5. V'hamevin yavin, how much more learning all of us need to do. Shabbat Shalom.